we've got the wheel off, we've got the all the rear axle bushes here. I've ordered these from Milner Off-Road. Now unfortunately the wrong parts have turned up. So they're missing ones, I'll show you here quick. So you've got trailing arm bushes here. You've got a set of 4 for the uppers and a set of 4 for the lowers. And unfortunately we've got one different bush here that you can see is very obviously different. So this is one reason why what you would do is lay all your parts out and just check to make sure everything's correct before you pull anything off the car. So what we're going to be able to do all the uppers and one side of the lowers, and then I'll have to wait for a replacement one for that one. It's not a major deal, it's just something to obviously think about whenever you're going into doing this sort of stuff, especially if you're doing it yourself. So we're going to start on this side. This is the one that is knocking. Now if I get you a close up in here, you can see on the very edge of this here, you can just see in the shiny part of the metal. Now that means that this whole bush has been moving forward and backwards and rubbing the metal and causing it to shine up. So this is why we're changing this, and to get rid of a rear end knock. So fingers crossed, we'll get these new bushes in and we should be good to go. This is not a how-to video, by the way. This is a we've got to do this shit video. And then all we've got to do is get the tiny little inner race out. But the poly bushes might even fit inside, so we'll see what's what and we'll go from there. If I can deform this edge, and if it does, yeah, that'll be a sleeve that we've got to get out. So that should be fun. Very good. Work on your own cars, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh no! Oh, this is the actual, like, real life. These are things that actually happen. But it's okay, because now I have a chisel. just prove people that you don't need all the fancy tools. But they do make it a lot easier. Ready for a polybush. Yippee! So you can see on this one, there's a really big groove down the inside of that tunnel, which is where someone has taken this out last time with not quite as much precision force as I did, and it's left a really big groove. And what that's done then with the polybush, it then creates a little off-centered section. Now that's not an issue, but that's just interests me because I'm a little weirder. So get this cleared up, re-greased, put a new one in this one, and we'll have this as a spare. That can live in the car as a little spare. Let's see what this is doing. This is where you get some of your movement from. So you can see on this polybush that was already in the car, what we've done, you can see that there's a little bit of movement here, there's play. This is the play that I'm getting that's knocking forward and back, and you can hear it echo the whole way down the chassis. So, change that one. Right, re-grease this, throw a new bush in. Someone will tell me I'm using the wrong grease. That's fine. I welcome the comments. Get these just at the right angle, and then just give it that little shot in. Ugh. This one doesn't want going. You're making me look like a dickhead, Paul. Polybushed arm, ready to go back in. Not bad, 45 minutes.
No.
together. So we've pulled the bushes out, changed over to the new poly bushes, obviously re-greased everything, new bolts in. It was an absolute nightmare getting this rear one lined up. So if anyone's doing it, might be worth doing it rear one first and then the front one. That might be a lesson I've learned. That was definitely attached. Right. Right, so first thing, we're going to make a little dinner and work on the car. It's boiling hot. Nice little light lunch. But first we'll crack a beer. You get a beer. And we'll start making this little tomato bruschetta. I don't care how it's pronounced. Before you say anything.
Just about to say, isn't it?
I bet you was. So, where's my knife gone? Someone's robbed me a knife. There it is. Here's one I made earlier. Now I saw this recipe on BQR's channel, on his BQR2 channel, so I'll tag it below so you can see it. But I am fully, pretty much copying it with little twists for myself. But it's a very simple recipe. Starts with the basics. Your basic flavouring, a bit of garlic, a bit of onion. Pretty much a full clove of garlic, but you can put in as much as you like. We're going to go for a full red onion. You can use any onion. You can get shallots, white onion, whatever you want, but basic flavour base is garlic and onion. So whatever you want to do there. Don't run your finger down a blade. So, as we just saw, slice my finger, give me the blade a rinse.
Want me to slice out?
Hey?
Want me to slice out?
Nah, we should be
I
good.
can be a cutter like.
Right, the show must go on. Nice little bit of protection now. So all I was doing there was actually sliding the stuff off the knife. I ran my finger the wrong way, so very clever. Right, we'll get some coriander going chopped now because we're going to need that at the end anyway. Once this bread does its thing. You're going to do that.
I think that would be a good idea too.
Yeah, I reckon so, mate. Yeah.
I do reckon so.
You can do that.
Watch me cut my finger now.
I've got more insulation tape, so you're alright.
I take it you don't need it like
Super shred. It's just a garnish, mate.
oh, that's so get on that.
Right, so have them, they can sit up there. Oh, that's really warm. Use my little spoon.
You've got insulated fingers though.
You're not wrong, mate. Well, not one. Right, so bread is fried, toasted, whatever you want to call it. bit more oil in the pan. This is just a little infused oil, it's not even an olive oil or anything fancy. A little bit of paprika into the pan, just a little bit, a little sprinkle, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
Did you drain them tomatoes or the sauce?
No, they're all good, mate. Stay as they are. A little bit more paprika in there. Stir that around, let them start cooking down a little bit. And then throw our onions and garlic in. And the pot. For good luck. Throw our chopped tomatoes in. One over here. Next one. What's up, puppy? Now we'll get everything mixed together there. So once it starts to bubble, just knock the heat down a little bit, and then you bring in your beautiful assistant. What you're going to do, mate? You're going to crack an egg straight into this bowl. Egg into the bowl, and then I'm going to make you a little well and drop the egg in. Do that 4 times. So get your bread. Probably could go with more considering the amount of bread we had on the last video. Probably could have gone with more. You get your little, whatever you're going to serve with, a ladle was the easiest one, but something that you can scoop your egg with nicely. Crack open some feta cheese. Oh, look at this. Comes with a little basket. Oh, fancy. So you get your little feta cheese, and then sprinkle a few cubes on each. Salt. Sorry about that. A little bit of pepper. And that is done. That's fine.
I think if I had a mistake now, I'd probably lie down. Pretty impressed that I've got absolutely nothing on our top as well.
Right, so today, adding on to where we finished the other day, doing this control arm here, this radius arm. So you can see we've done this one and the back one. We've still got to do the ones over the other side, but in the meantime, whilst we wait for that to turn up, we're going to replace this, because this has been, well, this has just been a temporary fix. On the last outing we split it, so I've got a new one to go on. We've got to tidy up a little bit of this wiring and run it through the fuse box that we've added instead. Over there we've got a new light bar for up on the roof rack. So we're going to get these all boxed off today, add it to the same switch hopefully, and have double light bar set up. So changing this air intake pipe is very simple. It's 10mm. It's just a little clamp style Jubilee clip. Basically just need to loosen this off. Loosen off the other side. And then just pull it off really, but mine is siliconed on, so it's probably going to take a little bit of persuading, but the reason it's siliconed is because it was damaged in the first place. That one off, and I don't know if you can see in there is where the tear was, so there was a split here the whole way through, so it got us off the track with some silicone. And some some insulation tape, little bush fix, but we'll get the new part on now if we've got all this cleaned up. There is a little rib here that you can see, just get it pushed up to that. On this side you've got a little, like a little nipple bump sort of thing, just get that pushed up to that. Get your clamps. Right, so we have a loom here. It's on a switch already through the firewall. There's pretty much the same loom as what I've bought, because it's 15 quid for a twin loom. And to actually wire it all up yourself, make a whole loom yourself with the relays and your switches, by the time you bought it all, it probably cost you similar to the same for making one. If you're going to make these all day, obviously it's cheaper to buy in bulk. But if you're just doing one, like I'm doing here, or one or two every now and again sort of thing, it's easier just buy a loom done. Now, because I've already got one switch on the dash all wired up neatly, I don't particularly want to have to force another wire through the firewall. So what I'm going to do is, this is the wire that goes down through the firewall. It's got the same gauge wire and the same 3 wires as the new loom, so I'm going to cut this here because it's already through, splice it to the new one, and then just basically do everything wiring in the engine bay and not have to worry about routing it to the actual switch point, because like I say, it's already switched. So we'll just get this loom off from this side, and then we'll start cutting wires. And for now they will be twisted and taped, and I'll probably buy some, so I've got some connectors, I might even just connect them now. Got some bullet connectors, but I might solder them. I'm going to leave them twisted and taped for now until I know everything's working properly, and then I'll come back and solder them. Now obviously we're not in the workshop at the minute, this is just something that I'm doing at home. Just because you can, innit? It's just a bit of boredom, doing a few little bits, little tweaks. So we've got this loom off now. Keep everything else there safe. Try not to undo the battery. Leave terminals on there. I don't have to redo my bloody stereo then. Right, so that is the loom running down here through the firewall to a switch. Obviously, like we said, we connected it down there just for ease. It's coming down here to the battery with a relay, and then it runs nice and tightly, follows in down there, along, all the way tucked in and around, and you can see it just poking up in that corner there. That will reach up to that corner, and then the light bar should come out, run way around there, and they should join up nicely. So we've got that on there now. Sitting pretty level, obviously car's not level because we're on a thing, so sitting pretty level, and it's roughly where I think it'll need to be to obviously light up where I've got where I need light, sorry, not where I've got, where I need light. But we've got the little bar at the front here. Where is it? Little bar here anyway. So this one does directly in front of me. I've got fogs for the outsides of the trails, and then I've got that one as a nice floodlight for anything else. So we should have enough light on the front there now to not worry about anything else in the future. So we're gonna try and route this wire in as nicely as possible now. See if we can. So it's about as neat as you can run that now. You can see obviously comes up there. What we'll do is we'll put a little blob of silicone in there or on the edge of the gutter here where it turns into not a gutter, and just put a little blob of silicone here somewhere just to blob it down. Or I might even get one of those stick-on cable tie mounts, something like that. Then it comes down there, through underneath, and comes back out here, through the wing, down there, all the way along and over to that battery, which is the auxiliary one. So I reckon that worked.